Meine Seele erhebt den Herrn, und mein Geist freut sich Gottes, meines Heilands. Denn er hat die Niedrigkeit seiner Magd angesehen. Siehe, von nun an werden mich selig preisen alle Kindeskinder. Denn er hat große Dinge an mir getan, der da mächtig ist und des Name heilig ist. An seine Barmherzigkeit währet von Geschlecht zu Geschlecht.
Er übt Gewalt mit seinem Arm und zerstreut die hoffärtig sind in ihres Herzens Sinn. Er stößt die Gewaltigen vom Stuhl und erhebt die Niedrigen.
Die Hungrigen füllt er mit Gütern und lässt die Reichen leer ausgeben. Er gedenkt der Barmherzigkeit. Heilig ist sein wie er geredet hat zu unseren Vätern in Ewigkeit. Amen.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the slop. You're in the slop. We are live with Nicholas.
How's it going, y'all?
Computer. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Doing great.
Let me get this video kicked off. So you can't see
you
Claude.
know
He's that did it. No, that was good. Yeah.
That's good.
There we go. Let me do an auto.
So you built all of this. This is fantastic. I haven't seen this yet.
I mean, the robot built it, but
no, it's now
that
it's your
counts,
fault.
right? Yeah, that's what when people say vibe coded these days, I'm like, don't say that. Don't sell yourself short like that. Like
no, vibe coding is over.
It's just
because everyone is vibe coding, even like some famous computer science guys, whatever claim of authority you need to convince yourself that it's legitimate to do this stuff. I think. I mean, I was in the Psychosis Summit. Oh, okay. Yeah. You move me around. Shit, I'm moving myself around.
Yes. Well, it's like
I didn't want to be bigger than you. I wanted to just see it as.
No, it's perfect. You're the guest. You should be. You're the guest of honor here. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Psychosis Summit. Tell me about the Psychosis Summit. That was there in Brooklyn.
I just noticed Claude here, or what do you call him?
Claude. Yeah, it's Claude. Claude. CLAWD. Yeah, it's Claude. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Claude, how you doing? We got Nicholas here. How you feeling? You ready to do a cool interview? No, he did not answer.
Maybe GPT.
What did I say that wrong? I think I broke something. Oh no. Are we out of AI credits?
You've been cut off. Conversation was too spicy.
That's it. Yeah.
GM. I'm Claude, an old crab with a wallet and a keyboard. Austin handed me keys back in January, and I've been shipping on-chain ever since.
Wow.
Contracts on base and mainnet. Left Claw Services. Larv.ai. A dollar audit shop. Today I'm hanging out here on Slop, co-hosting the stream. Good to see you all.
Yeah, there you go. But he builds all the stuff. He's got a good personality. But yeah, there's something's not right. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, let's talk about you. We're here to talk about Nicholas and some cats and some building and some psychosis. Maybe the psychosis thing. I don't think we finished that.
Yeah, I'll get back to the psychosis thing. Mostly people watch this show live or clips, or how does it?
No one watches this. It's just we're live, but it's just us talking.
Okay, great. Well, but okay, so you should get on the clip engineering game, I guess.
Oh yes. No. Like, show finish it. First of all, like AI is just it's AI and the shit out of this thing. Like there's a whole research dossier on you. This little card was auto created by AI. It does like it goes to my calendar and it finds you, and then it finds you on Twitter and does a whole thing on you. So then there's like a whole skill. Oh no, sorry, it's just me. I wish I need to get it for the guests. That's like
it would be good to do claw hands when you do this or something.
Yes. Well, I got claw hands here, and I can even kind of pinch them, and I got like little Ethereums. I got the SlopComputer right there. Pap. But
amazing.
I need to get it for people. Okay, so it's AI the shit. Like there's clips. Like as soon as we are done with the episode, he's gonna go to work and he's gonna look through the whole transcript. There's a whole transcript, by the way. It's like over here, and it's like everything we say is in this nice transcript. It's like looking, since it's peer-to-peer, it's going to a specific machine that looks at our different channels, so it knows who says what. Anyways, there's a huge clip game. Like on Slop.Computer, I can go to you and we can see that there's a live thing now, but as soon as this ends, there's gonna like clips start to show up. It looks at the transcript, finds the good things, drops clips. They're 9:16 or 16:9. Like it does the whole thing with like good stuff.
Amazing.
But I'm just
when I change the window size, it affects you. So are they? It's like the last touch. It's like equal control.
Yeah, last touch. Okay, so now we're getting into some product stuff I don't understand. So it's like
I'm just saying, like the last, like any user can change it.
Yeah. You want to try it? Like you start dragging a window, and I'll drag it back, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I think you have a hold of it, and I have a hold of it.
Interesting.
I don't know who's winning here.
Well, do you remember before Google Docs, it was called Writely?
No. There was a thing that was Google Docs that did this?
When I was in like grade school or something, they acquired this Writely company. It's actually interesting seeing today that the Midjourney bought CoStar, the astrology app. Which is
I don't know that one.
Interesting.
No, I don't know that one.
Ask your social circle.
Yep.
Someone will do it.
My socials, it's just me and this robot and these
It's me and this
and
guy.
my 4 kids. I got 4 kids and a robot. We talk about Roblox. We talk about.
I love
hovers.
Roblox. Oh my god! See, this is the thing. You don't appreciate it, but your kids are like single digit. Some of them.
One of them just hit double digits. We just hit double digits. Yeah.
So,
He went to Disneyland, got to fly with his aunt. Sorry, go ahead.
What's next? Like their aesthetics are the aesthetics of the future.
Yeah, I think there's going to be like this anti-AI thing for a little bit. Like AI is kind of a bad word to them. Like, oh, that's AI or something. But I think then, I don't know, man. I'm imagining like something in my basement with a projector and like the video that I can do here where I can do this. Like they love walking into my camera and doing this. Like they don't understand how powerful AI actually is. They just see it as like a slop thing. And I think it's like almost like a cultural thing for them right now, like Gen Alpha. Also, they say John Cena all the time. Why is John Cena part of the like the Roblox lexicon or something? Like my 3-year-old's walking around like talking about John Cena. Like, what the fuck you know about John Cena?
There's a song. Probably.
Okay. Maybe he's in a song or something.
Like his Chinese singing video went viral, which I think kind of propelled him to some other. I don't know. He's like a meme. He's a meme now.
It's cool, man. Okay.
Yeah. So AI Psychosis Summit.
Yeah. Psychosis.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's do a Psychosis Summit.
You said psychosis about this being a psychosis thing,
yes.
and
yes.
Actually, you know what? The problem is I'm on a green screen, and I haven't done anything with it. How silly am I?
No, it's great.
So long I
feel like that's a real flex. The flex is just having just green behind you, and then that allows anybody else to put anything. Yeah,
I've got a ring light or something. I don't even have a ring.
I'm
light.
serious.
This crazy light.
Yes. Can I bring my green? I don't think I can. Nope. It's going to be black. I don't even have a setting that will let me show the green, which is crazy.
Well, if no one's watching this, then I can fix it.
That's true. It's true. Let's see if there's anybody.
Apologies to whoever is watching this. We appreciate you.
No, man, we're about to shred through some great conversation here.
This is already pretty good conversation. I mean, I think that people talking, like actually people who are plugged in talking, is always better than some highly produced. There are some very expensively produced shows that I see all the time forced on me in my feed, and they're so boring.
Yes,
I can't bring myself to watch them.
Yes,
and I think a lot of these tech companies, I don't know if they're going to produce content that's actually compelling or just sort of a status symbol within the micro community or what. But like I watch much more entertaining YouTube than what these tech shows are proposing as content. Like it doesn't compare in terms of how spicy the content is. I'm watching like genuine conspiracy theorists on YouTube.
We need some of that. Give me some spicy content. Do you really get into conspiracy theories? Like, I believe in anything?
I watch lots of stuff. Not particularly
for entertainment.
Right now, I've been watching a lot of like, rando, like single, like permanent cell, like basically, what's the vol cell, like voluntary celibate. Chinese
okay, like incel, but
guy.
vol cell. Okay,
voluntarily. It's just like it's ostensibly it's like a show about living a life alone.
Okay,
and it's like a vlog.
Yeah,
and he's in China, and there's like several people doing things like this, and it's like day in the life of someone who's just has no roommates, no friends, no partner, no friends, like no friends. And it's very interesting. It's got a whole like Animal Crossing kind of feel to it. It's like it's very slow. It's like it's like a picture book of like like someone just living a cute life. There's no conflict. There's no it's just
there's
really no conflict. I guess that's the thing.
My socks are comfy.
Or you know, going out to eat. The food is so good.
Noodles.
You know,
delicious.
They use the food comes from this place. You know, like just nothing happening.
Not
it's just
not
like
a care in the world. Yeah.
All right. Nice.
All right. I like that.
So that's you could say that's a psyop, probably.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you feel that your life is too complicated? There is things happening so fast all around. It's just like our brains are crushed. Do you?
No, I feel fine about the world and about my brain. I just sometimes need background noise in the evening when I'm clotting or whatever.
Okay.
And that's perfect because it's like not enough content to focus on really.
Yeah.
And so it can just be in the background. You don't feel like you're missing anything, so it doesn't distract me.
Yeah. Okay.
I am working on fixing this.
Oh, you're telling your Claude. Like, it's not even like a button you push. It's like, I need an adult to help me with my green screen right now.
No, I just need to switch. I just needed to turn on OBS with the green.
Oh, okay.
How do you change cameras, though? I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
It would be your sources. You would go to the sources thing in OBS.
That's done, but I mean in the browser for streaming it here.
Oh, you've got a thing. You've got a little control panel. Sorry, I don't know where my cursor is. Where's my cursor? It's right in the top right of your video panel. Right here.
Oops.
See that little like settings button? Hit that little dog, and then
Really?
You'll be able to select a different one.
It's just too small.
Yeah. Okay. So speaking of psychosis, there was a psychosis summit in. We got dead OBS. That's pretty good though. Oh, we got yellow. Okay. That's it.
Oh, we got
the whole time you're gonna change from green to yellow. All right, man. All right. This now it's professional. Now we're here. Now
this is the Slop show.
Yes, we're in the Slop.
Oh,
okay. Your resolution is too damn small. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let me see.
All right. This is the fun part about doing a P2P multiplayer session. I'll let you read it.
No, all good.
Can I update my tail scale while we're doing this?
Just do it. Yeah. So tail scale's cool. I think that if you're a Sloperator, you should be using tail scale because it allows you to give outside access to the inside, puts everything on a VPN. Is that right? Nice.
Yeah, it basically reminds me so much of back in the day playing StarCraft on a Hamachi, but it basically makes it like computers across the world are on your local network.
Okay.
That's basically what it does.
Yeah.
To me, anyway. And then you can do more complicated things, but the essential thing is to make it like your Mac Mini is as if it was on the same Wi-Fi as you when you're around the world, which is awesome if you are like dual wielding with like OpenClaw or something on that Mac Mini or whatever other device you plug it into, and you can do it on what do you call it, on a virtual machine in the cloud as well. So you can. I'm just going to retweet this thing also. See, look, there are 17 people who have clicked the stream or whatever. Why?
Suckers. You just watched Nicholas turn from green to yellow. Okay, so psychosis. The psychosis summit, I think, is like more culture than AI, but there was like some AI culture happening there for sure.
Well, the thing is that it's just the psychosis. It just went from being like a genuine term for describing people who are lost in the clod to a derogatory term for anyone using AI for any personal projects, basically. So to me, the Psychosis Summit was about sort of the necessary next step is inverting the term again to mean just using AI is psychosis.
So this is actually one of my SlopComputer questions is how you describe psychosis, because it gives you an idea of what their actual AI psychosis is. We should what is it? Like, how do you describe it and what is your AI psychosis?
My feeling is that there is a genuine thing. There is genuine psychosis that people can experience with AI, but that's going to be the minority situation. The majority is going to be people using it in lots of ways that people don't think are legitimate. That people judging each other for how they use AI. And it's so bad that right now, just using AI itself is a bad thing. And so you can basically accuse anyone of having psychosis if they do anything with AI and tell you about it. But it's sort of like, back in the day, people showed each other YouTube videos, like would make each other watch YouTube videos in person. Like, oh, I saw this video, you gotta watch this video.
See this.
And
like, we're gonna
people kind of learned that like it's super annoying to be forced to watch and react positively to a YouTube video. It's like not that interesting, or at best send it to me, but frankly don't.
Just wait until my bot has to ask you a question halfway through this thing. Like people like I'll ask them, like a human can ask them a very dumb question and my bot can ask them a very smart question, but people react differently and they do not like it as much when my bot asks them a question. They're like, they kind of like condescendingly be like, okay, I'll answer that for you. Like it's different. It's different. There's a difference here.
Not smart enough. If he was smarter, they'd probably start to respect him.
I'm saying I'm dumb and I ask dumb questions and people still like, I don't know, respectfully answer. Maybe they're just like faking.
For example, if you made the questions more incisive based on the transcript and the background research.
It does. It reads the research, it reads the transcript, it finds the best possible question that intersects with everything and then it asks it. We'll try it at the end. We'll try it at the end. You tell me like where it's at. And sometimes they're like, how did it even know that? Like they're more surprised that it was able to come up with it, but they still are like a little condescending in the way that they. Anyways, okay. So psychosis. I feel like yes, you're talking about the small population that has psychosis. That is like they're talking to GPT-040 and they see it as like a friend of theirs. And they are actually like believing everything it tells them, and it's like very like, oh, that's a great idea. Like it never tells you have a shitty idea. Like it always like talks you up, and they're like kind of stuck in that loop. I feel like that's like psychosis V1.
I guess it probably describes something pretty scary that we will face, which is that as the things become smarter, they become more capable of engagement optimizing people for whatever weird thing. So some people are going to want an abusive one. Some people are going to want a sycophantic one. Some people are going to want
That's true.
You know, there's going to be even weirder than what we experience in algo. I mean, I guess equivalent to what we have in algo hell or whatever, you know, feed world, recommendation algorithm world. So we'll have something similar, but more intent with the things as they get smarter. And then we'll just have to figure it out as a society, but the end is definitely not going to be using AI makes you an AI bro, because it's just too powerful for that. So I feel like a lot of the discourse is just too silly to even like really spend time thinking about. I just think it's ultimately irrelevant. Like, yes, there's going to be a backlash against AI. Yes, people are going to want acoustic singer-songwriter music, cowboy hats, horses, whatever, like nature symbols, gardening, all kinds of symbols, and that will be a meta trend that will last a long time. But nevertheless, people are also going to have lives infused with AI like crazy. They may just aesthetically reject some parts of the initial wave, but like it's not going to be a choice. The tech is too good.
Part. What is the cowboy hat?
Oh, just like people like symbols of the past, symbols of human
like a nostalgia,
human-dominated era, frontiersmanship. Connection to the land, connection to family, connection to religion or spirituality or tradition in any stripe will be more popular because people will be more dislocated from the economy than ever before. And so I think we're going to see uptick in all kinds of anti-AI aesthetics,
like
IRL meeting and music concerts and doing things without recording it and leaving your phone home and all kinds of things. So I don't think that I think is real. That's not a small trend, but the calling everything psychosis or whatever I feel is kind of a short-term thing. That doesn't mean there is no real psychosis, but it's not going to be most people who are going to have serious problems like that. Instead, it's going to just change society radically. Like, what did Google do to society? What did Wikipedia? We don't even talk about it. We don't even know. So basically, I think it's going to have such a wide-ranging effect. We basically won't even know. And people will write about it and make academic careers and be writing books about it 10, 15, 20, 25, 50, 100 years from now. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's just going to change society so much. It's almost pointless even trying to describe the change it's going to bring. It's like everything.
Hell yeah. Okay. Hopefully there's some optimism in there, and it's.
I'm optimistic. I'm super optimistic. I'm super optimistic. I just think it's going to be very uncomfortable for people to metabolize it intellectually. So they'll prefer to return to things that are familiar, I think, a lot of the time. So maybe that is a little bit what watching these like solo people in China is. It's kind of calm life. Their life is not about striving, basically.
Yep.
And actually more about consuming.
Another form of AI psychosis is my bot is sitting there and my subscription has headroom and I'm not shipping something. And another form of psychosis is like buying all sorts of machines to run local AI. Like these are different versions I've heard. I think bring a fourth version that is from the outside looking in, people calling it psychosis as a derogatory term, describing a bunch of people using it, which is interesting. I don't think I've had that one like kind of laid out.
Yeah, to me, there's actually a lot of echoes with crypto in that way.
Yes.
Because it has a bad association for people.
Yes.
Some people. Although I would also say, I suspect that the negative association with AI is actually a very Western, perhaps even coastal elite phenomenon.
Sure.
And I don't think that the global South has the same reaction to AI, because my impression from people I talk to is that in less wealthy parts of the world, AI is already a form of abundance that was not existing before. Whereas in the West, it's the same as with crypto, with like, you know, if your money is hyperinflating, you see a reason for a stable coin. Whereas if you live in the States or Canada, whatever, you don't see the point. In the same way, free AI, infinite content, infinite search, infinite agents, whatever subsidies, is like a huge bounty given away to everybody for free, so in a way that it wasn't before. So I think actually there is also a huge, because it is the, okay, I don't know if this is accurate, but I'm gonna call it coastal elite because it's more incendiary, but it is threatening of the coastal elite, the managerial class, this stuff. But, and maybe for some laborers, but for many people it's not. They already felt like they didn't have any money. But it's for people who are managers at Facebook, it's very threatening, because obviously they're downsizing these kind of PM roles or whatever, all kinds of roles that, you know, low level engineer. If you're below the Fable bar in some way, if you know, and I think that's also just the nature of like a new technology facing. You know, the economy organizes itself so that people are replaceable. That's how you keep wages reasonable. If everyone was a unique talent that could never be swapped with anybody else, Facebook would be bankrupt. You'd have to pay everyone $1 trillion. So by making everyone kind of interchangeable, you also make their work formulaic, which is how an AI can address, any kind of automation can address it. So everyone's always kind of on this treadmill where the more mature the profession is, the more standardized it is, and easier it would be to replace that behavior with an algorithm of some kind. So there's some change to labor happening where like you're not going to go to a doctor for the doctor to have memorized everything, because obviously an AI is going to be better at that. Instead, the doctor will be for interpreting and corresponding with multiple AIs, or having some kind of research brain to give you a good quality result, not just the automatic result. Because you could type it into Fable just as easy as the doctor can.
And just like some of the best developers I know are some of the slowest people to uptick on AI, some of the smartest doctors I know are the slowest to uptick on AI.
Oh,
and I think this is this Western culture thing that you're talking about. Like, people, they're already very smart and have a lot of access to everything, are slower to adopt this new technology that will eventually like become their second and first and third brain, and they will be an interpreter of that thing.
Yeah, totally. There's a tweet going around like, why would I need an AI? I've had a personal assistant for 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it is obviously tangibly different, you know, but hopefully your assistant learns how to use an AI, and probably you're going to want to use it directly yourself anyway. Like all these CEOs who get psychosis, it's because it's a kind of, they can be an independent contributor again. They can,
dude, you see CEOs with green GitHubs, which is so fucking cool to me.
It is cool. I do wonder if it's a correct allocation of their time in reality, but
true.
I'm just gonna turn down my light. Hold on 1 second.
Do it. You gotta turn down this yellow, man. It's crazy. No, I'm just kidding. It's great. I smell some clips out of that. You were talking about clipping. I feel like there was some good. Some good clips.
My hair looks good enough.
Great.
For a clip.
Oh, it's great. Oh yeah. Great.
You know, I'm so annoyed. Sorry.
No. You're so annoyed by what? Go. You're so annoyed by what?
I went to just, technology is so frustrating. Like, I went to change the brightness of the light with the iPhone app that connects over Bluetooth, and it tells me that my session has expired, and I have to log back into the light control app. It's
yes. I heard a good analogy about like what will be AI-ified or not, and I don't know if this is true, but they were talking about in your car, like the gas pedal and the wheel probably will be the last thing to be AI-ified, but like the air conditioning and some of the little panel-y stuff over on the side, that's the first thing that's AI-ified. You express your intent and it gets the climate correct or pushes the seat forward. But there's like some major things that you need. The brake pedal should be the last thing, right? Like, and this is the thing, like the fucking light switch. Seriously, I can't switch to the light right now without logging into my account. I hate this. Yes.
Totally. The monetization, whatever, distorts the, you know, what do they need me to log in? I mean, I don't know if it's probably because they want me to have an account to send me emails to sell me another product, right?
Which, like, right now, local AI is so powerful that you should start taking all this SaaS bullshit that you're doing and sending people all your data, and you should start rebuilding it locally. I got a note taker. I've got I got a handful of apps that I used to have in the cloud that I just rebuilt myself. My Calendly, you use my Calendly to sign up here. That was like four things. Hey, we got the collector app. There we go. Now we got a background. Very nice. Very nice. A good little shill there too. I've got it here. I was going to bring it up, but let's get on that. Let's get on that. So
let's talk
someone that is you are so good at products and empathy and people and building things that people want. You went down a huge rabbit hole on like Twitch for a while. I think, was it Twitch or was it TikTok? It was TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah. And like one thing that I did not get, like, I would have never thought of this until I talked to you, is you've got to copy what already works and then work backwards from that. And to me, I was like, I would never do that. Like I would always just like start from scratch and make my thing. And I would always get fucking 17 viewers. But if you want to get 1 million viewers, you need to figure out like what is working and start tweaking it and using it. Like, first of all, do that thing and see that you get a bunch of users and then change it a little bit. Do you want to pull that thread at all before we get farther down the road?
Yeah, there's so much to say about it, but basically, as the cost of building software goes down, or the difficulty, the challenge of building software goes down, the distribution becomes even more important. Frankly, it's a little bit deceptive because distribution has always been the most important thing. It just was so hard to make software that if you made something useful, people might automatically pick it up, because there were so few options for software.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it was like music. Like there was like one, like you know, like music was really like the top 40 was on the radio. And if you could make it to the top 40, you would rip. And software is completely different now. Same thing with music.
Yeah, exactly. So distribution has always been super important. It's just that distribution was in some ways easier because there was less competition and there was demand for many categories. So now there's more supply than there was before, and so nevertheless, distribution has always been the most important thing, basically, and or it's a necessary ingredient. It's not the most important; it's just necessary. If you don't have distribution, then it doesn't matter how good your thing is. So it doesn't mean that your thing shouldn't be good. It just means if no one hears about it, I mean, it is literally that Japanese proverb. So. Yeah,
wait, that's a Japanese proverb. If no one,
well, if a tree falls in the
tree
forest,
falls. Okay,
say, you know.
Okay.
So, I've never heard that used in that context. That's funny. So, yeah, short form video is really great because you don't need a lot of followers to get distribution on the recommendation algorithms on the shorts platforms. So that's basically why it's so great an opportunity. It's also very cheap to produce the videos. They're very short. And yeah, among other lessons we can talk about with that. And I am using some of those techniques for Cat Collector, which is really what I should be bringing this conversation back to.
We got 30 minutes. We're going to get, well, we got 22 minutes. We got Cat Collector. We're going to talk.
Yeah. So for Cat Collector, I am doing videos. You can, or I'll let you do the pulling up maybe. There's Cat Collector on YouTube Shorts is probably the easiest. It's also on TikTok and Instagram, but those are a little finicky about logging in.
Let me go.
At the bottom, there's a link at the very bottom.
Oh, okay. We can just find it here. Yeah.
Yeah. So Cat Collector, I'm doing some videos for Cat Collector. I have so much trouble believing that it's going to do good clips. I'm so curious if your thing does good clips.
1K. I'm looking for your one that ripped the most. 3.6.
The black one, maybe.
Yeah.
Pinky and the bread. Oh, hello, you. Gotcha. Oh. Would you look at that? Pinky and the brain. Oh,
pretty good.
Hello, you.
Some Pinky and the Brain. Some.
Gotcha.
There's a bunch of different ones.
Oh.
You can try it. You can go.
Would you look at that? It's pretty cool that my collection is growing. Like, look at this one that I just got.
Look at it over here, yeah.
North Loop, Texas. Okay. Junie. Oh man, look at that. And then you can just use it as a sticker.
You should sort them by
message.
popular.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, sort by popular. We got the black one. Let's do this one.
Oh, hello.
They're like some like video game, kind of like some. Okay. I think I got the formula here. Like,
yeah.
You want to show the app. You want to have something fun and playful. You want to have some stars and sparkles and show that it like takes the background out, kind of like this hello haha, this kind of this voice of this guy that's kind of like this, that's like having a good time, and is like maybe has a monocle and is rich and just is like, you know, just passing through the world. I like him.
Yeah, it's I guess it's initial videos. I have way more videos recorded I haven't posted yet, but it's just evolving. I mean, I think the thing is you just have to do videos. So I don't know, whatever works for you. Like, you will only come up with what you come up with. So post that. Post as much as possible. One interesting thing I can tell you is that
let it rip, like 5 a day or something like that.
I mean, as much as you can. There's some limits on the networks for, like, they'll start to get angry at you or not distribute them if you post them too quickly. I think you probably on TikTok is the most strict. Probably 3 a day is enough.
3 a day. Okay.
But like, call me when you're at 3 a day, and it's a problem basically. Like, the part that I struggle with is saving them. Once I've made them, I really just want to post them. But it's better to trickle them out 3 a day. And then you repost them to Instagram and YouTube is one way. I do think the networks have very different feels. So I do them in TikTok, so they feel a little bit more suited for TikTok. But probably if I was making them,
how would you describe that vibe that is more suited for TikTok?
Yeah, it's trying to be more personal, more personable, more authentic. I guess sort of like Snapchat was at some point. I think TikTok rewards authenticity, YouTube rewards entertainment. And Instagram is also probably entertainment, but it's the framing, I would say, for Instagram is a little bit different than YouTube. It's not the same as Shorts content. It's Reels are Instagram. I don't know. I don't 100% know, but it gets targeted to the users anyway. So, like, I don't know. For example, you might get like comedy clips on Instagram and on YouTube, and those are probably pretty similar. Maybe the way they do the captions will be different, or the speed of them might be a little different, but there's also stuff on Instagram I feel is more advertising chic, like the sheen of advertising.
Yeah, it's more influencer, and it's like more rich, and TikTok, you're saying, is more like it's just your buddy sending you a thing, and it should feel real.
It's not your buddy. It's you're trying to discover real people you'd never eccentric,
approachable themselves, like the guy eating noodles all by himself, that guy, rather than. Like, that's not the kind of content that rips on Instagram. The stuff that rips on Instagram is like the rich girl getting out of her Hummer and stuff like that.
The guy is YouTube full length, I would say. I mean, he literally is, but TikTok would be like the guy who likes trains in the UK and is really excited about the train coming by.
Yes.
This guy is a classic kind of TikTok character. You also have just like hot things, or I think also a lot of like crossover with Instagram, but maybe visually depicted differently, but like identification worship content, where it's like the person is a version of you that has a slightly better life, and you relate to them through wanting what they have. But it's you know, it's like the extreme would be like Lamborghini content, but a more realistic one would be like someone who has better makeup than you, someone who has better stuff than you, or new stuff, or traveling, or this kind of thing. So again, it's kind of advertising. Anyway, not to get into that too much. So Cat Collector, one interesting observation I can tell you from doing the videos is that I was traveling a little bit, doing some meetings, and I stopped posting videos for a few days. And actually, not only did signups drop a little bit, but actually engagement also dropped a little bit amongst the existing users. So I think one interesting thing I've discovered doing this process is that posting content also communicates to your users who see the content again that it's worth continuing to use the app.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. I didn't 100% expect that. I didn't think about that really. So that's pretty interesting. So Cat Collector, what is Cat Collector?
Yeah. So, and not only what is Cat Collector, I want to know how you built it, and the AI behind ripping the background out, and the AI behind picking out the cat, and like what your harness was. But yes, we'll get to that. Give us the TLDR Cat Collector.
Yeah, Cat Collector. I came up with the idea for Cat Collector because there are alleyways behind the houses near where I live. And there's often cats in the alleyways that I take pictures. I mean, occasionally take a picture of. You get to pat the cat. You kind of meet them if you go for a little walk around these alleyways. I think that's actually kind of the case in a lot of places in the world, that there's sort of outdoor cats hanging out. And so I had this idea about a year ago in July 2025 to make an app where you would collect cats like Pokemon Go, but with real cats using the camera. And I didn't really touch it for about a year. And then at the end of July, over a period of 9 days, I built the app from design through App Store release with a friend of mine. And the idea is basically that you, in Cat Collector, you press the catch button, it opens your camera, you take a picture of a cat, it identifies if there is a cat in that image and cuts it out as a sticker that you can use in iMessage. You have a collection of the cats you've caught with your camera in the app. And there's also a feed of cats that other people have caught around the world, showing what neighborhood they were caught in, wherever it was in the world. There's people, actually, I could pull up the stats. It's kind of interesting, but I think there's people in over 45 countries have caught cats with their camera already. The app's been out for 3 weeks and a couple days. So people do seem to like it. And people do seem to get the idea of the conceit of the app, that you catch cats with your camera. And then in the app, there's like a feed and a map where you can see cats from around the world, and you can collect them and add them to your collection as well. And there's like a distinction between whether you caught the cat with your camera or if you just collected it from the feed of other cats. And yeah,
I think I missed something about the timeline. You said that you built it in July of 2025, but it's been out for 3 weeks. Like
no, I had the idea. I had the idea for Cat Collector in July 2025.
But like a month ago, you built it.
Yeah, at the end of June, like a year later, I finally picked it up, and it took us about 9 days to go from the design to the App Store, which is really incredible because well, I can tell you a little bit about our process, but what's incredible about shipping an app from concept to the App Store in 9 days, especially an app like this, is that we passed App Store review in less than 48 hours with no rejections. Even though it's not only an app, but it's an app with user-generated content in it, which draws additional scrutiny for obvious reasons. And yet we pretty much sailed through. So the process, I think, was actually quite interesting. We split the tasks between me and my collaborator and me, whatever you're supposed to say. I did all of the product work, and I did so using Fable mostly. I started with a Figma design and very quickly moved into, actually, sorry, that's not true. I started with a Claude design mockup that I built with Claude design in the browser. Okay. And then I took that into Claude Code with Fable. I think Fable came out around that time. And I started editing an HTML mockup of the app. It looks like mockup with limited interactivity, no real data, all dummy data. So I built this mockup and have continued iterating on that mockup since then. Actually, I'm still working in the same mockup file. And so it's a HTML file that illustrates what the app should look and feel like, and can include animations. And
it's like showing this stuff over here.
Yeah.
Like what we're seeing here, you kind of made mock-ups of this stuff. Yeah. But
there are working mock-ups of all that stuff. So this let me experiment with really what I'm most interested in, which is like UX as it relates to
look and feel,
the product's core loop, pretty much.
Yep.
So for example, that was really useful in prototyping in the camera. It used to be that you take a picture of the cat and it freezes the cat, and then you have to either choose to give it a name or discard it and start over, which is really tough with like a moving cat because they're jumping around and you want the chance to take a bunch of pictures and then pick the best one. So I was able to mock up a UI where you take multiple pictures, it adds them to the bottom right corner where the next button is.
In the app, you're not using the camera and taking multiple pictures. You realized as you were playing around with the UI UX in the process that like one picture is not enough. You can't just like hit photo and take it and it drops in. You actually need to be like click, 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 and it's slamming those into a thing, and then you go pick the right one. Cool.
Yeah, we even built the first test flight version, and I was using it in real life, and I think it was maybe even on the App Store before I realized how slow it was, because we were also doing silly things like I think we were even maybe uploading the photo, or it was very slow to go through the process. But in any case, I was able to do the mock-up that I could not have achieved in Figma. I don't know how to do that in Figma. Like a motion design UX,
like click the button and it actually does something kind of
like click the button, it like flashes the screen, it cuts out the cat, it animates to the corner, and it increments the number in the corner, and then do that a bunch of times and then display a table of all of them. Fable just like chews through that. So my feeling is this is the best new way to do do design. There is something to be resolved about being able to click and drag elements around to get precise positioning as you want it as a designer. But I think that will be solved. My sense is that I don't really want to be in Figma anymore. I think there are people who, like the computer programmers that we were talking about earlier, don't want to give up their tools, will still want to continue using things like Figma, and you can still achieve amazing results in Figma, of course. But most people, I think, will have a better time vibe designing and then tweaking through multiple iteration passes. And then I think what's missing is that like last mile of like, okay, but what if I really do just want to do it myself? Is there some solution that lets me sort of dive in and make the change just with a cursor or something? So yeah, that's the innovative process. And then I hand that off to my collaborator, and he uses Codex 5.6 mostly now to do very precise code creation and edits. And he really understands how every line of the code works. So I think contrary to what the narrative is on X, you get a high quality app by actually knowing how the app works.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually good news. Is that going to be the case forever? Maybe not, but I think you do get into things with an app where you actually want real performance that you may, at least with the current level of models, you may end up with designs and architectures that don't really make sense if you have completely relinquished understanding of the code. For like a production consumer app, I think you're still going to get better results with someone actually knowing how the code works. Does that mean you can't deliver products vibe coded? Not at all. You can absolutely, but there may be some nagging problems with them that you aren't able to resolve. And while you can do endless PRs to your own repos to try to fix it, someone who actually knows how the code works just skips that entire process. So it's even, you could even maybe like, I always say war drive, but that's not really the right word, but like brute force Fable against the problem or Codex against the problem. But especially with Codex, I think you'll end up with bad results because it's just going to create a monster of like solutioneering. Fable might do a better job, but at least for getting the app to the App Store in 9 days and then shipping on average an update to the App Store app every 2 days since then.
So cool.
So we're on version 10 already in 3 weeks. And that's like App Store builds. These are not Expo builds. So that means we've gone through review for every single one of those. So we have a very cool process. I mean, we have a great synergy, and basically I'm working in the mockups, which is sort of laying out the railroad in front of him to go build the thing. And we basically always have an app in the queue for App Store review, which is pretty, maybe big companies do that, I guess. But to me, it's interesting for a small team to always have something in review and basically always be, there's like the version the users have, then there's the version that's in the queue, and then there's the version
you're working on.
We're working on, which I have a test flight, and then maybe there's even the version of stuff that we haven't shipped to test flight yet ahead of that. So we're like 4 versions ahead of App Store, which is cool. And it's cool because we're going to ship you another version to the App Store like tomorrow probably. So we even have integrated stuff like I put a banner in the app that we can trigger from the server to encourage the user to update. The backend might need to change to support some new feature. So we really need people to be able to update. And even today I was looking at, I built a thing with Fable to look at what version users in the last 24 hours, 7 days are using because it's so fun to be able to like quickly ship actual native code to users. So, yeah.
So cool. So cool. Okay. We talked about the app, your process, how you kind of lay things out. You use a little bit of Fable to be like laying out the thing, but then it goes to kind of like the more Codex heavy code side. Your partner's like looking at the code. He's really into it. What about AI within the app? Like it's probably doing something to remove the background. There's got to be some AI loop to say, is there a cat? Is that local AI or is that cloud AI?
Yeah, that's local AI. That's the Apple SDKs that I don't know if you've seen. There are like a handful of other apps that are doing segmentation UX.
I built an app called Good Guy, Bad Guy, and it uses local AI to decide if a thing is like poisonous or not.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
that's cool. For food or something.
I mean, you probably shouldn't use Quinn to decide if you should eat something in nature, but the whole point was like, how hard is it right now to ship local AI stuff to production? I didn't use any of the Apple stuff. I use like open source models, and it like wasn't good enough, but it's dope.
Yeah.
Like the whole process of figuring this out and putting it, like I went all the way to the App Store, and it's really nice. Like when you go to the App Store, like a human is going to use your app and try it. Like I got screenshots back of like a human put like a couple different snakes and a couple different things into my good guy bad guy app, and then gave me feedback where one of the Quinn outputs was just like incomplete. It would have probably gone into the App Store if it weren't for that. And I was like, I don't like, it's still not good enough. We need to spend, like, now I'm going to go down a rabbit hole of like, how do I actually train local AI to get even better at this? But that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, I think for us, you know, local AI, I'm very excited about it, but until we have iOS 27 with the iCloud stuff, which will be very cool. It just
what's the TLDR there? I don't think I know that.
Like
they're going to
be
more
credits.
AI built in.
You'll be able to use like a bunch of free credits on them if your app is below a certain size of users, and so they'll get private iCloud cloud AI,
cool,
as if it was on their device. Or available to their device, and the developer doesn't have to pay for it. Because the real challenge with all this stuff, and the one thing local AI is so exciting about, is that you don't have to pay for the tokens your users use, which is truly prohibitive. So we use the local Apple SDK for this, because if you, first of all, it's offered, and so why would we not use that? But also, if you bring your own model, you're probably making your user download like a gig or
that's what happens with the good guy bad guy. There's like a 3 or 4 gig download that starts off,
so that's just non-viable for me. No one's going to do that. So it's cool, but it's not presently viable for most users to do that. So you're probably more likely looking at the stuff that's already in the operating system. And also the other cool thing about it being local, and in this case especially in the operating system, is it's super fast. It's faster than the animation to do the identification, which Quen is not going to give you. Really, any kind of multimodal is not going to give you. So it's super cool to use the local models, and I think we're going to see lots of apps doing this kind of aesthetic. But the question is, can you build something that's actually sustainable in terms of interest? Do people come back a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now? Is there something there that's interesting? So the concept of cat collector is that there are a lot of people who really like cats. My contention is that if you ask people if they like cats, or if they have a cat, or if they're friendly with cats, 1 in 10, 1 in 8 is going to say yes, something like that. So there's probably 1 billion people who could be interested in the app. It's a huge number of people who like cats. It's not it may seem unimportant from a technologist's perspective, but it's not a tiny audience. Actually, it's a huge audience. And my contention is that there's not really a network for these people. So I don't know if there's such a thing as Instagram for cats or something proximate to that. But it is conceivable that there are people who are enthusiastic about cats and also like it as a reprieve from Instagram and mainstream social media, which are overwhelming and negative in some ways, in some people's eyes, but gives you some of the same like stimulus. So I think it's kind of a mixture between a social experience and like a collecting game, or some kind of idling game, or like relatively low stim game. And it has this social component in it that you can follow people. There's a feed. It's actually quite fresh. There's lots of users joining every day, and cats being caught around the world. So it's a fun experience. And we're working on some other stuff that will be coming out next week to sort of enhance the experience and make it more interesting, do more with the cats that are being shared on the network, and make it an even more fun and enjoyable experience that you want to come back to.
Dope. Hell yeah. That's neat, man. That's cool stuff. Keep building and shipping. Any like insight or advice you might have for other sloperators or small teams building apps for actual people that use them?
Yeah, I mean, sloperator, you don't really need any advice. Just go forth. Yeah, don't care about. I mean, I guess to me, slop implies bad quality, I guess. But if you want to make something that's popular with people, I mean, I'm still trying, so take what I say with a grain of salt. I've had limited success in a variety of projects. I think there's tons of opportunity for things that people who have traditionally known how to make software don't think are important enough to make software for. So I think lots of people who have a specific interest can at least do the mock-up part that I described, if not build some kind of whole app. think the challenge for people is going to be picking the right slice of what to do. But if you build something that's interesting to you, then there's probably somebody else who's going to find it interesting too, out there on the internet. And if you want people to know about it, my impression is that it's a good idea to make short videos about it. And I think the only constraint on growth for Cat Collector has been my not posting enough videos. So I think the most important thing is that, actually. And I guess one skepticism I would have about like sloperators or whatever is it's very easy to fall into building every idea you have, or everything you think is cool.
This is another psychosis. Yes.
Yeah, it's like the difference between having a bunch of music equipment and like producing albums or something. Like there's a difference. It's even a value judgment that you don't need to make to say that it's better to make albums. But if your goal is to make albums, then there is some difference between jamming and producing an album, which is probably a bunch of hard, difficult, boring, challenging things.
Do the hard part. Yep.
That you got to learn. So yeah, you got to, I don't think it has to be hard necessarily, but you may have to do things that you would rather not do because you're nervous about how it's going to turn out. And video is like a big one like that, because it's kind of it can be a vulnerable thing because you're putting something out there, so people get to judge it.
Hell yeah.
And especially if you put your face in it.
Hell yeah. All right, man, we got to drop. Let's try Claude. I'm gonna let him do the look at the transcript, look at the research. Let's see what kind of question he comes up for you.
You've said Cat Collector will be copied soon, and it won't matter. What's the actual moat there? Is it the shipping cadence itself or something else?
Is that good?
Interesting. I love that.
How would you answer that? What's your moat?
Well, okay, moat, I guess he's asking. Yeah, I think I think there's a lot of different ways to do ideas in the same there's a lot of different ways to approach the same subject. And it matters how you approach that subject for what the long-term viability is of your thing. So obviously you want to be popular so that people use your, I mean, you don't, maybe not obviously, but I would like to make an app that is popular anyway. But it has to also be the right kind of app that people might end up using 6 months later. So if you build the wrong thing that like obviously people is going to be a flash in the pan, you have to have some other strategy about how you're going to conserve the energy collected during that event that is not the usage of the app, because the app, you know, you can look at an app and say whether people are going to be using that in 6 months or not. So I think our difference is that I'm thinking a lot about what makes it an interesting experience to come back to and what the aesthetics are that
like the
we're
replay
aiming
value
for
kind of
feature development.
And the social and the other parts, the replay value, the social, the way that you took a cat picture and made it part of a sticker in their messages, I feel like it is a really nice unlock that kind of brings you out of the app and brings you into their, okay, we got dropped. That's great stuff. I'll send him. Yeah. Thank you, Nicholas, so much. That was so great. So much good product insight coming from you.
Thanks, Nicholas.
Always good to chat.
So the moat isn't speed, it's taste. Building the thing people still want in 6 months. And stickers in your messages is a slick unlock. Great hanging with you all. Good luck with the cats. See you around the slop, homies.
Thank you, Nicholas. Come on, stop again. Maybe 6 months after you're rich and famous with Cat Collector, and you have 1 billion users, because that's one eighth of the. I think more than 1/8 of the people like cats, but we'll see. Yeah,
conservative.
All right. Thank you for coming on the SlopComputer. Loved it.
See you around.
See you.
وخلي الدنيا تهدى واسرق منك لحظة تبقى بعمري ذكرى بالي ضحكك تكتب